My name is Liza. I am from Ukraine and I am in the first year of BSSM. Encountering the love of God, I feel like for me personally, it has been a lifelong journey. And it already makes me tear up. But I feel like I've encountered a lot of things from losing my dad at 18 to going through leaving my country when the war began, and just even the things that I've afflicted upon myself. And in the midst of all of that, God kept pursuing me. He kept on loving me, and I feel like I even wanted to fight it at some point. I really felt like there was times in my life when I just like, God, stop. Like, that's enough. But he kept on loving. In my head, I knew what I deserved, and it wasn't the love of God. But he chose me first. And he kept on choosing me every single time. He lifted off so many things of me, the things that I felt like I need to carry for the rest of my life, like the loss or the unforgiveness or just the guilt and shame of my sins. But he kept on taking it all from me and gave me such a freedom and such a love that I cannot even recognize myself sometimes. I experienced the freedom that I never thought was possible. I felt more free than I ever was, even when, like I was a completely innocent little child. So when I experienced that kind of love, the first response in my heart was to get up on stage and just to scream about it. Because I didn't know that this kind of freedom existed, and I just really wanted everybody around me to know that it was possible for them too. I feel like the biggest difference is that you do not live in the fear and shame and guilt and all just like the negative stuff, and that you do not rely on yourself, but you know that your confidence is in Christ and it's all about him and not about you, what you have done or what you will possibly ever do, but it's his decision to love you. It's in him that I'm secure. So I would say that the biggest difference is just feeling that peace and being able to remain there and knowing that you're never going to be pulled away from there ever again. No matter how many times you messed things up, and no matter whether it was your fault or the fault of somebody else, whether the things happened to you or the things that you reflected upon yourself, the love of God still applies to you, and he still wants to encounter you, and he still wants to set you free and give you a completely new life.